Hey, what's going on guys, and welcome back to another Fallout 4 mod review. Today we are checking out a very unusual weapon pack, and that weapon pack is going to be called Out There by Leia the Unknown. And out there it definitely is. These are some absolutely wacky weapons. Some of them are a bit tamer than others, but some are very crazy. Most of them are going to inflict massive amounts of damage among your foes, but more than anything, this is just going to give you a really good time. This is definitely one of those mods where you just download it, have fun for a few hours, and that's about it. But it's definitely a great one. If you're familiar with any of Leia's mods from before, she makes some really crazy stuff, and this one is no different. Now, this mod does come with a handful of weapons, so I suppose the best way to go about reviewing these is to just take a look at each one individually. For starters, we have the Asteroid Strike, and honestly, this is probably the most tame weapon that we have. This is just going to be a very strong melee weapon. It is a bit of an asteroid tied to the end of a pipe. It has a damage of 306, a swing speed of low, a weight of 80 pounds, and a value of 40 caps. And like I said, this one is honestly pretty tame. It's just a melee weapon. That being said, it is a very strong one hitting most of the weaker enemies in the game, and doesn't have any modifications available at a weapons workbench. Not that this one really needs it. This is really just an OP melee weapon to start you out, but we have much crazier stuff in store. Now, to pair alongside the Asteroid Strike, we have the Meteor Strike, which functions much differently. I think actions speak a lot better than words with this one, so let's just try it out. Simply throw down your marker, and there you have it. And the radius on this thing is quite large. Let's see if we can get somewhere safer. Alright, I think I found somewhere safe enough to throw this thing, but it took me coming to the tallest building in the game, up on top of the mass fusion building. Let's go ahead and throw one of these so you can see it in action. And it does call in before that even hits the ground, like it's already coming. And yeah, that's a mighty large explosion. I don't know what the practical use is for this thing, or where you could call it in safely in a combat zone, as it is doing 17,501 damage every time you call it in, so if you're within that radius, you are gonna die, unless you have God mode enabled, but it is a whole lot of fun if you do have God mode enabled. So keep that in mind. You can take down Diamond City with just one press of a grenade throw. Now for the next weapon, we have yet another throwable, and this one is called Death's Head, and well, I can only really describe this one as a magic missile of sorts. It is a flaming skull that you throw very fast. So yeah, this one's going to function much like a grenade. Simply use the grenade button, and you throw a skull very fast. Let's see how it does against some enemies. Not too bad, two-shotting a gunner sergeant with some heavy armor from the gunner outfit pack. Pretty powerful stuff. Aiming it can be the hardest part so far, especially when you're trying to get more precise shots. But when you do hit, it does a good bit of damage. So yeah, pretty interesting little mod. Weirdly enough, this ends up being one of the more balanced options in this pack with a damage of 237. It does sound like a lot, but as a throwable grenade, it's not crazy. But it is crazy. The next weapon in our pack is referred to only as the Electro Egg. And I think this one's pretty self-explanatory, with a damage of 175 for ballistic and 600 for electric. This thing has an awful lot of damage potential here. This is yet another throwable, and well, this is yet another one where I'll just kind of let it speak for itself. Throw it down at the enemy, give it a second. Huh. Well, that one wasn't that bad. The damage was pretty crazy, but maybe Deathclaws have a pretty high energy resistance. That doesn't seem too bad. I mean, it takes 4 for a Deathclaw. Let's try something a bit more humanoid. Or maybe even robotic. Alright, we have 2 new test subjects for the Electro Egg. We have this Raider Veteran here. Let's see how he does compared to that Deathclaw. Huh. I guess these just don't do as much damage as they seem. Let's see how we do against a robot. Maybe that's their specialty. No. Alright. Electro Egg, despite the really high damage stats, kinda sucks. Well, at least compared to the crazy stuff that we have in store. Speaking of which, let's check out the Gravedigger. This one's pretty fun. Brand new melee weapon that just seems like an ordinary shovel. However, it has a hidden chance to decapitate. So much like the kneecapper effect, there is just a small chance that when swinging this at an enemy, they will become decapitated. Not sure how small that chance is. Looks like it might take a while. But a long while. Alright. It did it! They finally did it! You saw it. Decapitation. Alright, in all seriousness, this does have a hidden chance to decapitate, though that chance seems to be really low. In my testing off camera, it actually did it the second time I hit something, but as you saw, it took a little bit there. But as a melee weapon, it has a base damage of 57, a swing speed of slow, a weight of 12 pounds, and a value of 40 caps. It's not too shabby. It's a shovel, but with a nice little hidden decapitation chance. So it definitely works for a melee build. Now the next one is referred to as the bat file. And while you can see it here, it is a bat surrounded by files. Funny. But this thing does have a special effect, much like the Gravedigger. For its base stats, it has a damage of 61 and a swing speed of slow with a weight of 3.2 pounds and a value of 25 caps. But there is a small chance that enemies will drop 25,000 caps. The question is how small that chance is. I'm gonna attempt to get it to trigger on camera, but we'll see. I have a feeling that it's going to be very rare given the amount of caps that you get in return. Well, after some testing and many dead raiders later, no caps. But I'm sure it happens. You just gotta download it and try it yourself. After hours and hours, who knows? Maybe you could end up rich because of it. And then for our last weapon, we have the Fusion Pulse Charge. That's right, the same bomb that you use to destroy the Institute. Now this thing does have less damage than something like the Asteroid Collar, but I have a feeling that it's going to be much, much larger. So, there's no way to remote detonate this thing as far as I know. We're just going to have to set it off like a traditional mine. And, I think we'll just turn on God mode so that we can actually see it happen. Alright, we'll just plop it down on this bridge. There it is. Surely nothing bad can come of this. I actually don't have a weapon to set this thing off. Huh, but we'll fix that. Alright, there it is. Let's head back a distance. Alright. Here she goes. Oh. Well, that wasn't so bad. Did I do it wrong? I missed. Yeah, that's just the size of a regular nuke. I think that was intended to be much larger. Now that's nothing. Let's see how it is without God mode on. Maybe the damage is what's really crazy. Yeah. Cool. So yeah, that is out there. A mod that is definitely out there. In order to obtain any of these weapons, you just simply head over to the chemistry station and craft them yourself. They are not added to the level list. Thank God. So, if you want to try this mod out for yourself, it will be linked down in the description below. So go ahead and give it a whirl, see what kind of havoc you can induce on the many settlers of the wasteland. With that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to drop a rating, subscribe if you haven't already for more videos just like this, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace! And really quick, I'd like to make a shout out to all of our patrons. Your donations are greatly appreciated and really help to support the channel and videos just like this one. So again, thank you.